even when they kill me. They can never take the game from a young G.
I heard rumor I died, murdered in cold blood, traumatized. Pictures of me in my final state, you know mama cry.
And I know that my son was, he chose his life, and he chose, you know, in the end, he chose to leave quietly.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building, and this is MAKAVELI Media. Miss Afeni SHAKUR, God bless her. Miss Afeni SHAKUR was a wonderful, wonderful person. A great mind, a great leader, a great mother. In my opinion, the best interview she ever gave, straight up, was the 2003 interview she did with XXL. This interview was the most insightful interview, the most in-depth interview that I believe she ever gave to the public, for several reasons. But I want to read a paragraph of that XXL article to help be a guideline of sorts for this video. Here it is. It's up on the screen. Did you think he'd make it out of the second shooting after making it through the first? That was the question. Miss Afeni said, Tupac was never conscious from the first time I saw him. He was never conscious. I believed that he would make it through because the doctor said that even with one lung, Tupac was extremely healthy and strong, and it was entirely possible that he could recover if we could put him somewhere quiet for 6 months. We were prepared to do that, but Tupac's organs started to shut down. Once they tried to take Tupac out of the coma, Tupac started to fight. We believed that Tupac was not interested. Tupac died 7 times, and they revived him 7 times. And then I asked the doctors to allow him to be. And that's what we did. We let him be. Wow. That's heavy. You know, we seen that news clip when the news reporter said the doctors had already informed Tupac's family that they expected him to make a full recovery. Y'all remember that? They said they expect the rap star to once again make a full recovery. That would be the part where she said the doctors told her that Tupac was strong and that with 6 months worth of rest in a quiet spot, they think he could heal. Now think about that for a minute. They told the family that they thought he would survive. Even had a plan. But he needed peace and quiet and some time allowed to rest and heal. And she said they were prepared to do that. Now, how was Tupac going to get some peace and quiet? Some quiet time. With all the chaos and electricity revolving around his life. Where on this green earth, for 6 months, could Tupac lay low? All types of beef, the paparazzi everywhere, feds on him, hits on him. People just tried to take his life, and the killers was calling up to the hospital. We ain't done. No. We still want that ass. It's okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the paragraph. She said Tupac died 7 times in the hospital. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 times. And he was revived. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 times. Before they allowed him to be. Now, they allowed him to be part. That's the decision that Miss Afeni had to make. You know, that had to be one hell of a decision to make. Afeni elected to basically pull the plug on Tupac and let him be. Because she said he kept dying and they would bring him back and he would die again. And she assumed that Tupac wanted to go. Let's not fight him. Just let him leave. As his mom, that was her decision. But in my opinion, 6 days to make that decision ultimately was way too soon. You know, miracles happen. People lay in comas for weeks, months, and sometimes even years. And one day they just wake up. And the doctor says, it's a miracle, he opened his eyes. Sometimes they wake up like ain't nothing happened. What the hell? I was what? Shit, I'm late for work. They say, dude, you've been in the hospital bed for 8 months. Fuck work. But with that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And it's important for me to keep counting that off to you. Because my question is, with Tupac dying 7 times and coming back 7 times, was 8 times too much? Why would this one last time was she like, you know what? Just let him die. That's gotta be a tough spot for any parent. That's every parent's worst nightmare, God forbid. But I just don't see. Tupac was Afeni's only son. I just don't see a mom giving up that fast in 6 days. 6 days ain't even a full calendar week. 6 days. And, you know, she said, you know, it seemed like Tupac wasn't interested. Let me tell you something. It's people that die one time and can't be revived. That's it, flatline. The fact he came back every time sounds to me like Tupac was fighting. He was fighting to live. Yeah, if he died 7 times and he came back 7 times, he was fighting to live. my opinion once again. But how could Afeni provide Tupac the type of peace for 6 months to heal? A man that was born in chaos needs to be allowed 6 months, almost a half a year, not almost a half, that is a half a year. 6 months of rest to fully recuperate. Was simply to make him disappear. Saying you pulled the plug on him most definitely could allow you the type of time to do that. He died, he's dead, nothing to see here. Let's get him out this hospital. That would be the only way for Pac to get that 6 months worth of rest. Just think about this for a minute. If Tupac had died in that hospital one time, news coverage would have been everywhere. Just like it was when he was pronounced dead. If it had leaked that he had died once, twice, 2, 3, every time, it would have been a top story. But keep in mind, everybody across the country is holding out hope at this point. They would talk to the doctors. You get a daily update. Nothing was concrete, but the media presence was there 24/7. How could Tupac die 7 times in the hospital and no leak to the press? But the one time Afeni pulls the plug, set the media into a whirlwind. Now, I'm not saying that Tupac didn't die. I'm just saying, in my opinion, his life was so hectic. For them to take him away for 6 months and for him to recuperate and get better, he couldn't come out the hospital alive. You know, I remember that Frank Alexander interview. You know, Tupac's bodyguard that was there the night Tupac was shot. Frank Alexander said the day that Tupac was pronounced dead, right before that, he said Miss Afeni and her sister, Aunt Gloria, was at the hospital and they had I think he said a maroon minivan in the parking lot. And he said, you know, Afeni put her hand on his leg and told him everything was going to be all right. You know, a day or two before that, they went to South America. Afeni and her sister, you know, Miss Gloria, went to South America and allegedly to check out some medicine. Just maybe they went to South America to reserve a place to take Tupac to in that maroon minivan. Think about it. Tell me what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments section. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is MAKAVELI Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.